Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the sign of Capricorn. This is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, any heavy placements in the sign of Capricorn. If you feel called to this video, then there may be messages in here for you. Remember, we all contain all 12 of the signs of the zodiac. In this reading, we're going to be taking a sneak peek into 2023. So this is going to be broken up into two parts. We're going to do the first half of 2023, and then we're going to do the second half of 2023. And if something doesn't resonate right now, but you feel called to this reading anyway, then definitely bookmark it, because at some point in the future, as we progress through the year, you may find that things are resonating that did not resonate before. I'm trying to think what we want to start out with for cards. I didn't have a specific deck in mind. Well, that's a lie. I sort of did, but I wasn't 100% sure. But I think we are going to go with the Psychic Tarot to begin here. And we're going to be taking a look into the first half of 2023 for the sign of Capricorn. Clear. Happy birthday to all of my beautiful Capricorns. I am recording this for those who are catching it when it first comes out during Capricorn season. I have some very near and dear Capricorns in my life. Love you guys. Such a beautiful, beautiful energy. Such loyal, trustworthy, down-to-earth people. Let's get some energy for you guys. Pluto's been in your sign for many, many years here. So there's been like a slow burning transformation going on for you guys. Just with that, there was a lot of action in the sign of Capricorn in 2020. And I think you guys have been feeling the fallout of some of that energy for quite a while now. You guys have been going through a lot. All the Capricorns in my life that I know have been going through a lot of shifts, a lot of changes. So I'm excited to do this reading for you guys and see what's happening. So the first two cards that came out for you were Third Eye Chakra and Prosperity Begins, which would be, I believe, the Ace of Pentacles in the traditional deck. So this is really beautiful. What this is telling me, I think many of you have been in the process of your third eye awakening and opening for quite some time now. And you really want, Spirit's wanting you to utilize your intuition, to utilize your gifts in order to find prosperity and happiness. There's a new beginning for some of you in the physical realm. Like this is a very solid beginning in some area of your life. And it's related somehow to your intuition. It's related to your clairvoyance. It's related to, like I said, for a lot of you guys, it's like using your psychic gifts in a way that brings financial prosperity. And this is something that a lot of healers we deal with. It's this energy and this idea that we're not meant to do that, right? That there's something wrong with being a healer or being spiritually gifted and using those spiritual gifts in order to make money, right? And this is actually a lack consciousness that a lot of people in a lot of healers, light workers, empaths, whatever you want to call it, have to overcome in order to be successful. Because in this time on this planet, psychic gifts are like gold. Us stepping into our clear senses, us stepping into the truth of who we are and really embracing the healer within. This is so incredibly important. We are going through an ascension process on this planet. People are awakening all at different speeds, right? And our gifts are so needed. There is nothing that is more valuable than what it is that you have to share. And for many, it's been a long time, many, many lifetimes of hiding those gifts and not sharing them, being afraid to share them with the world. So you guys are really being called to share your gifts with the world. You're being called to utilize your intuition and your second sight in order to sniff out opportunities and in order to differentiate between which opportunities you want to take and which ones you don't. And it's really interesting because as I'm doing this reading, I'm having a lot of energy of like questioning myself and the messages that I'm giving you guys. And it's been a long time since I've really felt that energy. I think the reason that I'm feeling it is because some people who are watching this video, your psychic gifts have been starting to open up, but you haven't been trusting them. And some of this comes from this past life programming and these past life traumas that we've been talking about here. But you have not been trusting your intuition. You haven't been trusting yourself for a very long time. And it's time to learn to trust yourself. It's like, in order to really utilize your gifts, you have to be willing. You have to trust them. You have to stop questioning yourself. It's like this energy when you get a gut feeling, you question it. For some of you guys, it's like you quite literally have visions and you question those, and you question where they're coming from. You question their authenticity. So there's some work that needs to be done around that, because you're meant to really blossom in that way and continue blossoming. And I know for some people who've had rapid third eye awakenings, this can be a very overwhelming process. And perhaps some of you guys have had to slow this down because it was kind of spinning you out a little bit. And that's what this Ace of Pentacles, see the tree here? It's really important for you to remember to root and ground yourself when you're working with your psychic senses and when you're working with these higher chakra energies. Because if you don't, that's how you end up spinning out. And you know that your third eye is spinning you out when you have tons of anxiety, when you have racing thoughts constantly, when it feels like you can't catch your breath, when you're super overwhelmed. These are all signs that your third eye is too open. I'm feeling like blown open for somebody. Like your third eye blew open. And like you've needed to take some time to like heal that and to bring that back into an equilibrium. And some of you guys may want to see an energetic healer for assistance with that. If that aspect of this is resonating for you. Our third eye can get blown open for a number of reasons. Drugs are a big one, especially psychedelic drugs. Sometimes they open that window too wide, too fast. Rapid Kundalini awakenings. There's just a lot of things that can cause this to happen. And yeah, I'm feeling that for some people. If you are interested in booking a healing session with me, my information is in the description box below. But some of you may benefit from that. But yeah, regardless of whether this is an ongoing thing that's been happening for you, or this is something that is going to be happening in 2023, you're really meant to learn how to work with your psychic energy in a balanced way. In a balanced and grounded fashion. And when you can do that, there is a lot of prosperity for you in the unique ways that you can utilize your gifts. All right, let's see what else wants to come out here. Some of you guys may even be having visions of like what some would call like a twin flame or a divine counterpart. I'm feeling that energy as well. Yeah, and I'm feeling for some people, it's just like one of your focuses. This is like showing me two focuses here for the beginning of 2023. One is working on honing your psychic gifts, on trusting yourself, trusting what's coming through, trusting what you know. Balancing that third eye chakra, grounding, and also creating that firm stability and foundation. If you are someone who's felt like you have been really ungrounded over the past year or so, maybe longer, this is an opportunity in 2023 to really put down some roots. And this could be literal for some people, but it's definitely in the metaphorical sense of like, imagine a tree. Feel yourself strong and centered, like a really huge oak that's been planted in the ground for hundreds of years. This is the kind of energy that you want to cultivate. And for some people, there's like a new beginning, whether this is moving to a new location, settling down somewhere new, sort of like I'm feeling like family energy here. I wanted to say like recommitting to your family, or like locating your family. Just really working with that energy and spending time with your family and nurturing that connection. There's going to be a lot of fulfillment with that, in that as well. And for some of you guys, the beginning of 2023, you are starting a business, definitely feeling a spiritually centered business for some of you guys, or a spiritually centered message that you're wanting to get out. And Spirit's saying utilize your strengths. Capricorn, and you guys, as I'm filming this, you have a Mercury retrograde in your sign. So you're probably feeling, we got the mental conflict energy coming out here. You're probably feeling this very intensely, as Mercury is a bit of a rewind. It's a reassessing period. It's a time where we think with the other through the other lens. So people who think in a very linear fashion are more in a feeling state, and people who think with that more feminine energy are in more of that logical masculine kind of an energy and state. It kind of flip-flops the way that our brain and our mind works, and it allows us to see things from different perspectives, but it can be extremely confusing sometimes. So I'm feeling that affecting some people if you're watching this in this specific time frame that I'm posting this video at the beginning of January here during your season. We're going to get more into that energy in a minute here, but I wanted to continue with this thought. Some of you guys, you're starting a spiritually centered business. Oh yeah, that's what Spirit wanted to say. Whether you have a message that you feel you need to get out, some of you guys, you're channeling, and the material that's coming through is meant to be shared, and you may be trying to figure out what medium you want. I feel in a book for somebody. A book for somebody. For some of you guys, it's through social media, right? A YouTube channel like this or something similar. I'm definitely feeling a book for somebody. I feel like you have a story that wants to be told. It's not just the channelings. It's like you incorporating your own story in addition to the channeled material that's coming through or something like that. Whatever it is, if that's what you're wanting to do, or if it's a business that you're wanting to start, spiritual or otherwise, Spirit wants you to utilize your Capricorn energy, your ability to be practical, your ability to take those action steps, to set goals and break down those goals into doable chunks, right? You know, like, it's not about doing everything all at once. Capricorn, you guys understand the long game. You understand that it's all about consistent effort over time. And so just putting in some of that consistent effort, breaking down those big lofty goals into more bite-sized goals that feel easier to attain, that will stack up and lead to the bigger goal that you're wanting to achieve. Like, start small if you need to. There's this energy of almost like, I wanted to say analysis paralysis, and that brings us into the mental conflict energy. Or there's just an energy where you're getting stuck, you're getting tripped up, you're not able to get started. For some of you guys, it's because of your mental energy. And for some of you guys, it's something else. It's like a block that you can't quite identify that's preventing you from really getting the ball rolling. As soon as you get the ball rolling, things are going to gain momentum. Remember, I take one step, Spirit takes 10. Spirit will take steps to meet you, but you have to get things going. This mental conflict energy, I feel like a lot of you have been in for quite some time. I almost, like, when I saw this card, the word that came to mind was schizophrenic. And I'm not saying that you are schizophrenic. I'm saying that somebody's been feeling that way. And this goes back to the third eye opening energy too. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anyone or undiagnosing anyone. But I'm saying it's almost like, for some of you guys, it's like you've had so much coming in that it's like your mind is fried or boggled sometimes by all of it. And you really, ask to slow that down. If your third eye is opening really, really quickly, ask Spirit to slow that down for you. To slow down the downloads, to allow you time to process, to bring through information in a way that you can easily understand and implement in your life. And then other than that, that's like for somebody. But for somebody else, it's like, we have material harvest on the bottom of the deck. So there's like these beautiful cards about prosperity. And then there's this conflicted energy. Let me get some more about that. Tell me more about this conflicted energy. Perhaps where the prosperity lies, perhaps not. So we have awareness coming out. We have spiritual union now on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody, you have been meeting with your twin flame, or somebody. I hate using that word because it's so overused in the spiritual community these days. It's kind of lost its meaning. But we'll say a sacred soulmate in the astral realms. I definitely feel that. But the awareness card was the first card that came out here, which is similar to the Magician. Yeah, I feel for some people too, this isn't even just like a psychic thing. For some of you guys, this is just like a dark night of the soul that you've been going through, and you've been gaining a greater level of awareness about the world around you. about the people in your world and in the larger scheme of the world. I feel like for some Capricorns, it's kind of like that dark night of the soul when you begin to realize, like, you start to see the dark underbelly of this three-dimensional matrix, right? When the wool kind of comes off the eyes, and you realize kind of like the darkness and programming that is inherent in this reality that we're in the process of overcoming right now, of unwriting. There's like an awareness of things, of a darkness that you hadn't fully known. And for some of you guys, this isn't just a darkness in the world. This is a darkness in people that you know. And ultimately, what makes this really scary is a darkness within yourself that you hadn't realized existed. There's an awareness of that. And it's causing you a lot of anxiety. It's causing you a lot of stress. It's really like your whole world. And this could be, for some, this is like previous energy. For some, this is what you're going to be experiencing in the beginning of 2023. It's kind of like your whole world crashing around you. Like the awareness comes in and it's like a slap in the face when you start to see the truth underneath everything. For some people, it's like you were operating under illusion or delusion in some aspect of your life. And now in this first half of 2023, truth is coming in. Awareness, illumination is coming in. And Spirit is saying, this is actually a gift, but you have to know how to use it. And Spirit's asking you to be like the guy in this photo. Be aware. Be the observer. Don't allow yourself to get dragged into the emotionality of it. When these hard truths are revealed, when you see the things that you hadn't wanted to see and understand, and this isn't, like I said, it starts out being about the world, but ultimately it becomes about the self as well. Become the observer. Don't get pulled into it. The emotional roller coaster is what really causes the majority of this energy. Give me some more here. We have spiritual strength. 9 of Wands coming out. You are incredibly spiritually strong. You are so much stronger than you perhaps have given yourself credit for. There's an awareness as you become aware of the darkness, as you become aware of your own darkness, you also become aware of your own light. And that was the whole purpose. Until you dove deeper into that darkness, you could not become aware. You could not hold the level of light that you're ready to hold at this time. And it's about being the detached observer. It's about not judging the darkness, not judging the darkness within you or within the world. That's where your strength is. That's where your power is. It's not allowing yourself to get pulled into it anymore, to get pulled into toxic situations, toxic loops in your own mind or in your interactions with others or the world. The challenges that you have been going through or are going to go through bring about this powerful awareness in your own spiritual strength and fortitude. And it's like once you take back control of your life and your energy, absolutely nothing can stop you. Yeah, we have trapped in fear here with choose wisely. And what Spirit is saying is as you move forward, make sure solar plexus chakra on the bottom of the deck. And this is all about will, right? With accelerated motion, 8 of Wands. As you move forward throughout this first half of 2023, continue to check yourself. When you're making choices and decisions, are you choosing out of fear or are you choosing out of love? Anytime you find yourself making an action or taking an action, thinking a thought, taking an action, and you realize that was motivated by fear, take a time out. Give yourself the space, because decisions that we make out of fear are rarely the wisest choices. It's also the energy of not backing yourself into a corner. out of fear. There's going to be a lot of freedom for you in the beginning of 2023 when you're able to release the fear. And then this is what develops. This is your masculine energy. This is your will center. This is your ability to be effective and confident in the world. That's what you're in the process of developing. That's what you're being asked to call upon. Work with your third eye and your solar plexus chakras in this first half of 2023. Yeah, there's definitely love coming in for someone in the first half of 2023 too. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about, I want to actually use these cards. Tell me more about the spiritual union. Clear. Tell me more about this spiritual union. It's like there's this energy, the spiritual union energy. It's like moving quickly. Somebody is moving quickly in your direction. And that's why it's so important that you put these fears to bed. We got the Hanged Man. Somebody is moving in your direction to help change your perspective. Tell me more. There's been a pause here, though. I'm feeling that pause energy from the Hanged Man as well. There's been a pause here because you were going through all that you were going through. And you weren't ready for this energy to come in. It's almost like I feel for somebody, it's like you were, at one point you were working on manifesting a soulmate, but then all this other craziness ensued in your life. And part of it was preparing you to meet this person, clearing out a lot of old trauma and drama. It wasn't all directly related to that, but I think some of it was just calling in that energy. You had to release all of this old energy, and you had to really step into your spiritual power. I feel like somebody too, it's this energy of like needing to unlearn something. Something that somebody taught you. And this could go all the way back to like old childhood belief systems and stuff like that. This could be things that people taught you about yourself. And this leads right back into that energy of sort of like becoming aware of all the lies, right? The lies and the manipulation in the world, the ways that people in your own life have lied to you and manipulated you. And it's like you're having to unlearn something that somebody taught you that was false. This was a false belief about yourself or about the world. And so just keep your wits about you as you move through 2023. Be careful, be mindful of the spiritual teachers that you interact with. Really use your own psychic abilities and senses and discernment to determine if they're on the level or not. Because this is about you awakening to your own clairvoyance, your own power. For somebody, I feel almost like this is a past life energy here that you're clearing out. Like in a past lifetime, somebody purposely led you astray. It feels like someone who was meant to be a guide or a mentor to you. They had ulterior motives, is what it feels like. They were inappropriate with you, maybe. I feel like for somebody, it was like this person, you thought that they simply wanted to help you and see you grow, but they were interested in you sexually or something like that. Yeah, there's just an energy of like being betrayed in the past, and this isn't just like this lifetime, this is like past lifetime, by people that you were supposed to be able to trust. And I say you were supposed to, like from your perspective, people that are generally considered to be trustworthy proved not to be. And this is somehow linked into this. You know, we're pulling cards on the spiritual union energy, which is interesting. It almost feels like in the past, you were meant to be with somebody, but you got hoodwinked into being with somebody else. Which is really interesting. Yeah, for this is like this person coming in for some of you guys. And I'm sorry if this reading is all over the place. I'm just going with whatever's coming out. Hopefully it makes sense to somebody. This person who's coming in for you, there was something in a past life, and it's going to be different for different people, where you two were not able to be together. It was like that star-crossed lovers kind of an energy. Like for some, it was like you were literally hoodwinked out of being with this person. For others, it was like you swore your life to a certain cause and you weren't able to be with them. I feel like somebody, it's like joining a nunnery or joining the church or something like that, or a spiritual calling that called for celibacy, or just for some reason you weren't able to be together in that lifetime, and now they're coming through because you're meant to be together in this one. But there was a lot that had to transpire before you were ready to meet them again. And it's this general sense of distrust is one of the things that needs to be healed. And this being able to see through people, see the truth in people. Because I feel like there are people who, it's like, can you spot the real and the fake? Who's real, who's fake? Because you're being presented with both, or you've been presented with both. And it's up to you to be able to decipher who's on the level. Anything else that wants to come through here? Hold on a minute. We have the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, somebody's going to have a choice between two people here. And then we even got the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Somebody's going to have a choice between two people. One person is the person that you're actually, and I don't like to say meant to be with, because we're meant to be with whatever we choose, right? There's a billion possibilities for our life. I do believe some things are destined and fated, but a lot of it, I mean, it's up to our own free will choice. And when we miss one soulmate, I do believe that another one just comes right behind them. And I don't mean to belittle that experience. I just mean like we're cosmic beings who've existed for infinity, right? Had how many lifetimes? We got options. All right. But somebody that you are meant, your soul intended to be within this lifetime. No, I'm feeling that I misspoke on that. Either one of these people could be the person that you could be with either one of these people in this lifetime. There's going to be two different paths that your life is going to take, depending on which one you choose. One's going to come through offering you a lot right up front, a lot emotionally. It's kind of like if you've been used to being with guys who are kind of closed off, this one's going to almost shock you with how open they are and how much they offer you right up front. And then you got another one who's more reserved. Perhaps he doesn't, even though this is the King of Wands, the energy that I'm feeling is more like he doesn't really say a whole lot. But when he does speak, there's authority behind his words. He observes more than he speaks. And he's not going to come right in and make an offer. Because he's still observing you. He's still learning about you. He's still kind of like making a decision about how he feels about you and whether how he feels about you is not a question. It's just whether or not he wants to move forward. And the other one is like wears his heart on his sleeve, lays it all out on the line immediately. And you're going to feel drawn to both of these people. Yeah. You're going to have difficulty making your own decision because you're going to feel so torn. Get the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And this to me, I felt the energy of like slow and steady wins the race. And so what I'm being guided to share here for guidance is don't feel like pressured into making a snap decision. Take your time. Feel this energy out. Feel if these two are even, like, I feel like you're going to be drawn to both of these people, but for some of you guys, there may be somebody else who comes in when you least expect it. This is going to be a busy year for some of you Capricorns. And really kind of like sweeps you off your feet. But for some of you guys, it's these two. It's these two people. Yeah, I feel like for some of you guys, it's kind of like you were calling in your soulmate and now you've got two. And I can't tell you whether they're both, I can't tell you what the road is going to look like with either of them. Right? We're not meant to know all the details. Yeah, this reading is crazy, you guys. And I'm not even really sure if, this energy is the same energy as this energy, or if I'm just reading love for a bunch of different people right now, and somebody has one specific soulmate from a past life who's coming back in for them, and somebody else, other people have like multiple lovers kind of vying for their attention, or if this is all the like, I don't know what's going on. So you guys are going to have to use your own discernment here. Got the Three of Wands and the Two of Swords. Yeah. There's definitely going to be, this is going to take some time to sort out. All right. So like I said, don't feel pressured into making any choice right off the bat. Allow yourself the time that you need to make your decision. I feel like for some of you guys, it's like you've been waiting a really long time for love. And now when it comes in, it's almost like too much. Too fast, and it really throws you off balance. But for the people with these two possibilities here, these two suitors, one of them is exactly what you've been waiting for. It's just like, can you determine, can you discern which one it is? All right. Some of you guys, I feel like you're going to be dating both of them for a little while here. Clear. Anything else? Anything else here around this spiritual union? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I asked about the spiritual union, and so it's telling me about just love in general, and what some of you guys are going to be going through relating to love. So I think that these are a little bit different scenarios here, not all the same situation. Yeah, and for some of you guys, something is ending in this first half of 2023. Something that you thought was your 10 of Pentacles, you thought it was your ultimate fulfillment, but it actually ended up, it's kind of like you bought into the dream, but it ended up being a nightmare. And now you're releasing yourself from that in this beginning of 2023. For some of you guys, this is like a divorce, leaving a relationship, leaving a job. I feel like for some of you guys too, you're going to have to be cutting yourself off from family, because some of you have some really toxic family members. Yeah, you guys, and this is because you had so much going on in 2022, and maybe even earlier than that, there was just so much to deal with that you weren't really ready to fully step into your power in all the ways that you now are. And so now you're really clearing out a lot of the clutter, right? You're really standing up for yourself. You are Queen of Swords type energy, right? Chopping off heads, getting rid of everything that doesn't resonate, everything that doesn't serve you. It's like with this third eye activation here, your bullshit meter is running at 100% clear. That's why it's so important for you to learn how to trust that, because it's going to show you who and what to cut out of your life as you move forward here. Got that Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck again. And so with the, we had water energy, so that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We had fire energy, so of course that is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. This is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so you got a lot, you got a lot of the signs out on the table here. It's really hard to say what's what as far as that goes. Yeah. For some of you guys, it's somebody coming in slow and steady that has the ultimate offer. 10 of Pentacles popping out again. All right. That was that was interesting. That was an interesting look into the first half of 2023. We're going to get into the second half now and see what else is going on for you guys. Like, definitely, for the beginning of 2023, you guys are being guided to take no shit from anybody. All right. I want to pull a Sacred Light Oracle for you guys to start out the second half of 2023. Capricorn, second half of 2023. Clear. What guidance do we have for Capricorn, second half of 2023? We have well-being wanting to pop out there. Self-preservation was the word that stood out the most to me there. We have Sphere of Light coming out. Healing hands, empathetic qualities, animal wisdom. And see that I'm feeling the energy of ancestors very strongly too. So in the second half of 2023, some of you guys are going to be connecting with or communing with your ancestors. You're going to be working on breaking and continuing to break ancestral curses. But more than that, I really feel like learning more about your lineage, tapping into the wisdom and the power of your lineage and your ancestors. Ancestral healing, yes, but ancestral wisdom I'm really feeling. And this is, of course, for some people... if you haven't learned Reiki or some type of energy healing, you are probably going to be called to do that. If you have already learned it, and this came through for somebody else too, I forget which sign it was. If you've already learned it, you're being called to deepen your relationship with it in the second half of 2023. Some of you guys may actually be doing Reiki on animals or working with healing animals. Some of you guys may be working with preservation, whether this is preserving sacred lands, preserving animal habitats, something like that. For some of you guys who have Native American heritage or Native American energy, you may be tapping into that more. You may actually visit, if you have Native American in your blood in this lifetime, you may be visiting a reservation, or you may be like really getting in touch with that aspect of yourself in a really concrete way in the second half of 2023. You're really feeling connected to the planet, and you're wanting to give back to the planet in some way, and to give back to your ancestors and to learn their sacred ways. Some of you guys are working with animal medicine. That's why I was drawn to the animal spirit deck when I first sat down. I'm going to pull a card from that for you guys too. Shamanic medicine. Some of you guys may be either seeking that out for healing or learning, studying with a shaman. I see this like receiving energy healing and working on your energy body. There's just a lot of learning and a lot of healing taking place on a spiritual level through different things that you are either seeking out or learning, and ways that you're connecting with yourself through honoring your past. On the bottom of the deck, we have energy attachments here, energy exchange, negative influences, self-sabotage. Be careful of this. Not just in the second half of 2023, but in all of 2023. Pay attention to who you are attaching yourself to energetically, who you are allowing to attach to your energy. Do regular clearings of your energy. Nightly, I feel for you guys. Nightly clearings of your energy. And be careful of this energy of self-sabotage. I'm really being drawn to his throat chakra here. See how it's red? Make sure that you are continuing to speak your truth, and that you're not allowing yourself to fall back into old behaviors. It's like as you begin this deep healing work, especially going into these ancestral energies, some stuff's going to come up. And one of your instincts might be to go to some of these darker places again, to pick up some of these old habits. And you're being asked and guided not to do that. Not to self-sabotage for some of you guys has been an energy that has been very familiar to you. It's kind of like a fallback. Spirit saying don't fall back into that anymore. And then we have the Crystal Kingdom coming out, slowing down materialism, psychic debris. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on for you guys through the first half of 2023. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of change. You're really stepping into your power. And so there's a lot that's shifting. And just a lot of movement. And in this second half, you're being called to slow down. You're being called to take it back to nature. All right, you're being called to work with the plants, with the minerals, with the animals, with the medicine of the land, ancestral medicine. And I want to look at this psychic debris energy. The guidebook for this deck kind of sucks, so I don't know if it's really going to tell us much of anything. Let's see. So this talks about connecting with Gaia as well. Black obsidian's mentioned here, so you may want to utilize that or some other dark crystal to aid you in your psychic protections. Let's see. Strong and resilient, Ascended Master Gaia recognizes the lack of personal harmony. Rushing to complete plans or becoming anxious or impatient that your dreams or visions aren't happening fast enough will only force errors or mistakes as you try to achieve them. Just like the crystal growing and forming beneath the surface with divine plan, you must devise your own plan and move forward with action. Release the expectation of perfection. A flower will still bloom in a balanced environment. And the affirmation is, I choose my words with careful consideration. I speak with kindness. And I feel like this is really this need to take it slow and not rush things has to do with, because you felt so stifled in some ways for such a long time. It's like now that the fog is kind of lifting and you've got your feet back under you again, it's like you want to hit the ground running and you want to run at 1,000,000 miles an hour. But Spirit's saying, slow it down. You don't have to go so fast. It's not about making up for lost time here. It's about making the most of the time that you have here. Making the most of the here and now. Being fully present. Some of you guys too, it's like if you were called to leave a job or something like that in the first half of 2023. Some of you guys were called to start a business, like I said. Some of you guys were called to leave a job. Like some of you to leave a marriage, to leave something in this physical world that eventually, even though at first it was a great blessing, ended up just being like dead weight holding you down. And for those of you who tend to be workaholics, or you tend to be go, go, go all the time, it's going to be really tempting to jump right into another project. But Spirit's saying, take some time for you. It's okay to slow down for a while. It's okay to go spend some time with nature, to go spend some time with yourself before you jump into the next thing. It's like for some of you guys, you're leaving beyond. It's like you were very materially successful, but that wasn't bringing you the fulfillment that you sought. And so you're kind of like forsaking all material. It's almost like to the extreme of like moving away to live in an ashram or something, I feel, for some of you guys. But Spirit's saying for some of you, it may be something that extreme that you need to do. You'll know what you need to do. For others, it's just taking a step back from the material world as much as possible and living more in the natural world. And just clearing away. There's just so much energy that wants to be cleared and harmonized and balanced. That's why working with energy healing, seeking out energy healers, tapping into your own healing gifts, that's all going to be really helpful for you guys. Anything else from this deck for the second half of 2023? We had magical alchemy trying to jump out, but I'm not going to take it. We're going to see that one very much. Oh, and this one I shuffled past earlier too. Interesting. Soul family. Happy reunion. Support. Order from chaos. So this is you calling in your soul family. This is you, like we said, that first half of 2023, cutting out all those toxic ties, removing all those people from your life that did not, just were not meant to be there any longer. Creating that space. And now this is like, and for some of you guys, it's like, you may have been in a period of isolation, kind of shut out from the world for a while. And now you're coming back to yourself and you're reconnecting with the people in your life that matter. Right? So some of these are like dear friends and family that you haven't had a lot of time for, that you haven't seen a lot, you've held in your heart, but you haven't really had them in your world. And you're reconnecting with them. For some people, this is like a long lost, I feel like a long lost family. Or for somebody, it's even like a long lost child. Yeah, for somebody, it's somebody who gave a child up for adoption. I'm feeling this very specific for somebody. You gave a child up for adoption a long time ago and you never stopped thinking about them. But you were unable to contact them. You were unable to be a part of their life. But you've always wondered about them. And you're like, they're finding you. They're going to find you this year in the second half of 2023. And you're going to be able to reconnect with them. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, and this is for quite a few people, I feel like, who may be watching this. It's like you're going to find out that you had family that you didn't even realize you had. Children, family members, brothers, sisters, I don't know. It's really interesting. And this is like biological family, but this is also you guys calling in more of your soul family in 2023 and being able to recognize who is present in you, who has been present in your life all along, who is truly your soul family and who is not. Maybe you thought some people were, and now you're realizing that they were simply there to teach you a lesson. You've learned that lesson, and now it's time to let them go. And throughout this second half of 2023, it's really important to nurture these connections again. And these connections returning. And also any new connections that feel really good to you. Because that support, like, you guys have been through a lot. You guys have a lot going on. And like that support is going to be really necessary for you. And it's really going to help, like, these, like, having people to lean on, having solid people in your corner is going to be so important. And on the bottom of the deck, we have this energy, attachments energy again. So this is really reminding you, keep your energy field clear. Every night, set that intention to cut cords, to cleanse your energy field. Some of you guys need like a deep cleaning or deep clearing or cleansing. And pay attention of any time that we interact with somebody that we had an energetic cord or attachment to, we reinstigate that cord again. Institute, whatever word you want to use. Anytime we think too much about somebody that we've cut cords with, we're activating that cord again. So you want to be careful with that. And you want to be careful of the people around you who, I feel like there are people around you. There are people around you that are boosting your energy. And those are the people you're being called to spend more time around. There's also a lot of people around some of you. I feel like even still in the second half of 2023, you've gotten rid of a lot. But there are still some people who are kind of like leeching off of your energy. They feel like energetic vampires. Or they're people that just aren't good for you anymore. They may not even, all of these people may not even be bad people. I hate using, I go like this because I hate using words like good or bad to talk about anything, especially people. But they may not be negative, outwardly negative people who wish you harm. All right? But they're toxic to you. Or they're not beneficial for you. They're not helping you go anywhere that you actually want to go. They're still dragging you down, whether intentionally or not. And so for some of you guys, it's like you have a friend or a family member. You may have cut a lot of people out in the beginning of 2023, but this is coming up again because somebody has been holding on to somebody or something that's still not good for them. You've been refusing to let somebody go because you love them. Right? Because they mean a lot to you. You've been through a lot together. They've been there for you, maybe. Through a lot. Right? You may have known this person for a very long time. But like at the end of the day, they are simply not good for you. Not because they're not a good person. Not because they don't care about you. But because they're so deep in their own shit that they can't see the way out. They may not even realize. I feel like this person is unaware of how like entrenched in heaviness and darkness they are, and they keep dragging you back down with them. You're never going to ascend to the level that you want to get to if you remain attached to this person. I hate to use the term dead weight, but they're like dead weight dragging you back down. They're not a good influence for you. Even though they may truly desire to be in their heart of hearts. All right, so that's going to be a difficult lesson for somebody. And all the other people that you're cutting out are just practice for the one that you really need to get rid of. And I say that, and that sounds very dismissive, right? Get rid of. The one you need to let go. For now, remember, everything's temporary. We're all eternal souls. Clear. In this specific life's journey at this time, you need to let them go. And you will know who this person is. Somebody needs to save this reading and look back on this about midway through 2023. Maybe a little more than midway through September. I'm almost fall time maybe. You're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. Clear. It's going to be one of the hardest things you ever do, but it's going to be the best thing for you and ultimately for them too. All right. What else do we want to pull here for you guys? Second half of 2023. Yeah, we're going to do, I forget what this tarot's called. Clear. I don't use it a lot, but the Tarot of Dreams maybe, or something like that. We're going to pull some tarot to close this for you for the end of 2023. What else does Capricorn need to know? And then we'll pull an animal card for you, like I said. A lot of intensity. A lot of different messages here. Like we say, take what resonates and leave the rest. Feeling there might be a lot of Capricorns that find this video. All right, Knight of Coins, which is once again the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles keeps coming up for you guys. This energy is significant. This is an earth energy here. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, he is slow and steady, but he is committed. He doesn't rush things, but he always gets where he's going in the end. Tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles. Why does this Knight of Pentacles keep coming up? Knight of Cups. Is this the love triangle energy here that we were talking about coming back up again? What is going on here? Tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. The Fool and the Hanged Man. A fresh start. Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, healing. Yeah. For somebody here, there is somebody coming in for you. Spirit just really wants to get this message through here. Somebody coming in for you who's here to offer you a reset and an incredible amount of healing. And I don't feel like this is a love triangle situation again, actually. It feels like this person is a combination of these two energies. Somebody who is romantic and feeling like has a deeply emotional nature, but is also strong and steadfast and stable. Yeah, and there's like a brand new beginning. There's like a reset here. And a redo. This is that past life energy too. When we remember we talked about one of the scenarios that we were picking up with the love energies was somebody from a past life, like the star-crossed lover. That's what this energy feels like is coming through again. And for somebody, this is your twin flame that you have been connecting with in the astral planes, I think. I hate to say it like this, but it's almost like your reward. I hate saying stuff like that. But it's like you've earned this after everything that you've been through. Then we got the King of Swords here. Interesting. Strong mental fortitude. Somebody who's very strong mentally, strong with their words, speaks their truth. And so what this feels like to me is, and that's air energy. That's the only energy we haven't gotten in this reading so far, right? Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But this is like, this person They are dependable and solid. They are emotionally connected. But like above all else, the thing about them that stands up the most is that they are very logical. They are very intelligent. They're very well spoken. They're very decisive. Oh, and another message coming through with this is for that when I was also talking about the two suitors, the two guys vying for somebody's attention. Don't part of the for somebody, Spirit's throwing in a little extra tidbit here. We said we weren't going to get any guidance on that, but a little extra guidance is coming through. Somebody, you have these two options, these two choices, and either one of these could be a soulmate. But there's a reason you can't make a decision, and the reason is because neither one of these is the ultimate soulmate for you at this time. So don't settle if neither one of these people feels right, and you may end up receiving somebody who checks all your boxes, so to speak. Right. Yeah. Six of Pentacles coming out now. 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the decks. There's great confirmation for somebody there. But this, I think also these two cards here summarize 2023 for you guys. A brand new start and a total shift in perspective. You are not the same person coming out as you were going in. You already feel this transformation starting. All right, clear. Let's get an animal card. Some animal guidance. Some animal wisdom for my Capricorns here. Pay attention to the animals that come into your reality. Either they may not even be ones that you see physically as in the actual animal right in front of you. For some people it will be. You may just notice their image in a lot of places. They may come up a lot. There's going to be a lot of animal spirits wanting to work with you and share their wisdom. Some of you guys already work heavily with animal spirits. Some of you guys don't as much yet, but you are aware when an animal keeps showing up that it may have a message for you. I feel like buying yourself a deck would be a really great idea. There was a Native American deck that I used to use. I can't remember what it is. But that was a beautiful animal deck that I had. The one I'm using right now is the Animal Spirit deck from the Wild Unknown. And I'll show you another one in a minute that's really amazing that I have. I feel like some of you guys could benefit from pulling an Animal Spirit card for yourselves. Either weekly or daily. I used to pull one for myself daily. It was an awesome way to start the day. The Tiger came out for you guys. All right. And this is, or wait, we were in the year of the Tiger. I'm not sure what the year is this year. Chinese-wise, the Chinese year of the Tiger, we just finished. I was actually born in a year of the Tiger. And my son, who was just born in 2022, was born also in the year of the Tiger. Where's my book here? Here we go. Go. See if I can find this. I want to read what this says. But the tiger wanting to come out and be a spirit animal for you. This is all about lunar force, ease in darkness, and feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. To bring this energy into balance, candle gazing is recommended. And this is the element of fire, right? Fire tiger. So working with calling upon the tiger when you need courage, right? When you're attempting to navigate the darkness, when you are working with your own and learning how to embrace your own feminine energy, your divine feminine energy in a way that is powerful and strong. Call upon the tiger to walk with you. And we have the phoenix on the bottom of the deck, which is no surprise. All right, and the other deck that I wanted to show you guys, the other animal deck that I love that I have here is, this is my favorite, the Spirit Animal Oracle. This is a really great one. And those are just a couple different options. But yeah, I think some of you guys working with an animal spirit deck this year would be really great for you. Okay. I think, clear. I think that sums it up here. That feels pretty complete right now. You guys have a whole lot going on. It's going to be a powerful year. I will be here with you every step of the way. I appreciate you so much. I love you so much. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if anything resonated for you. If you thought of somebody while you were watching this that this would resonate for, send it to them. I don't know. I think I've said everything that I need to say. Like I said, my services, I am beginning to take clients again. I have a wait list that I'm working through. But if you are interested in receiving an energy session or setting anything up for this year, 2023 with me, all the information on how to do so is in the description box below. I love you guys. You are amazing. You are powerful. Really step into that this year. And like we said, take no shit. Bye.